Okay, this is something that was newsworthy a couple of months ago, and of course the momentum appears to be slowing down, which is nice, but it still affects our day-to-day lives, and some countries in the world, like the USA, are still reeling from it. So let's see what we can do with this piece of shit that it is. We're going to make it a two-colour job. Going to make it start with magenta. I don't know how it's going to look, how big we're going to make it. Wondering if we're going to leave it there. Okay, let's see what we have to... Oops, that was a bit rough. Sorry, folks. My finger just hit that. What we're going to do is Douglas Hanley Moore, Pathology, Coronavirus COVID-19, Separating the Facts from Fiction. So yes, this is the picture we're interested in. So this ugly looking disease that's been fucking our world up for months now, and it's still fucking places up like the USA, because the USA have still got, I think, one of the world's biggest spreads of this disease. They haven't really, it looks like they've had problems trying to contain it. Let's see how we go with this. But apparently New Zealand had, about a week ago, declared that they stamped it out. And this is not in the right position. Still looks a bit interesting. It's a light magenta. But basically, it's like, how should I put it? Now we can't get it to fit in. I don't know how high we've got it. Actually, we've got it up too high. But basically, it's not an easy disease to contain. It's an absolute rotter of a disease. It's an absolute horror. And I've been trying to get my photocopier demos on television, and I was just getting really annoyed at the constant coverage that the coronavirus was commanding, that the TV channels just kept putting it on and keep on churning it and churning it and churning it through and through and through and around, and it's just like, it's just a fucking annoyance when I'm just trying to get my work recognised, and this stupid, ugly disease just wants to take centre stage. Well, I'm trying to get my work recognised as an artist, and I'm trying to locate a loved one, and this loved one, I can't find him. His name is Luigi. And with all this coverage of the coronavirus, or COVID-19 as it's technically known, well, I haven't had any time, they don't have any time to air my material. Now, it's still a bit too far up for some reason. Basically, it still takes, I don't know how much it's taking up, because I haven't seen lately any major coverage of it. It's not spilling into my social media news feed like it was before. So it's basically, it looks like it's slowed down, the progress of it. But I'm sure there'll be other things in the news that will command attention. And I fucked it up. This is all fucked up. I'm not doing a very good job of this, folks. I think I'm not doing a very good job of it. I do think I need to maybe enlarge it a bit more. Just going to slide it back up where it was, roughly. And I'm thinking we're going to enlarge it bigger. So I'm going to make the vertical bigger. Vertical is going to be 350, and the horizontal is going to be 350 as well. But yeah, it commands a lot of attention from the people watching this stuff, and I just feel like my video work is not getting recognised, like it hasn't made it into the news, and I've fucked it up. I just can't seem to get this one to work, folks. I just got to have a look and see where the edge of the picture is. But basically, I just don't see any progress for my video work to go to air. But I'm trying my best to work what I do and do it well. You know, just put up with the shit that goes on. I'm still not getting this to look good, folks. I do think I fucked it up. I have to just maybe drop it down a bit further. But basically, yeah, it's difficult trying to compete with a juggernaut like the COVID-19 virus. And I'm struggling trying to get this picture of the COVID-19 to look good. Trying to make it look good, folks. I just don't seem to be getting anywhere with it, folks. Oh, we're nearly there. We're nearly there. We just have to maybe... So, this is the top of it. The top of it, we just need to go a bit higher, and then we should have a nice piece. But basically, yeah, I just haven't got any... I have lost my patience with this coronavirus fucking up the airwaves of television. But I know that my work will make it eventually. I've just got to think positive, folks. I've got to think positive that there'll be a moment where the airspace will give me some time, even though the coronavirus has indeed commanded a lot of time. Now we're just going to have to move it down a bit. But basically, yeah, we have to chin up and smile and just try to be positive, folks, instead of being negative. Try to be positive, folks, that a dream will come true, that I will get on television and then eventually I'll marry Luigi. You got to believe in dreams, folks. You got to believe in the power of dreams for your life to improve and to make a better place for everyone else. I've got a lot of dreams, and one of the dreams I have, folks, is to build a copier system that is good for the planet as well as for the human race. We're going to make a photocopier that is made primarily out of recycled materials. We're going to make this photocopier artificially intelligent. We're going to make it last 60 years and then make this machine easy to pull apart at the end of its service life once it's reached its 60-year time frame instead of 5 years for a typical photocopier. So we're going to make things happen, folks. We're going to make a world. I'm determined to make the world a better place. I want to not just be a CEO of a future photocopier company. I want to basically be a scientist and find solutions to problems like climate change and and plastics in the ocean, and using mining rubbish tips. And we're going to do that when we build our photocopier, is we're going to try and extract rubbish from rubbish tips in the hope that one day we'll clean up the mess and maybe even return it to make the water in the waterways drinkable again, you know, so that people can drink. Now I fucking forgot to put the mirror image on. So, but basically we want to make the world a better place, and we want to make sure that the workers in the factory get paid a decent wage instead of being treated like slaves like in today's factories. So we have to fucking make a huge difference. We have to change the world, and we have to do it thinking of the future of future generations instead of just thinking of ourselves only. We've got to leave this world in a better way than it was before we walked the face of the planet, if I'm correct. So we've got to basically try our best to use our talents and our passions to build a better world for everyone, instead of just for the rich and the elite who don't have any idea how to clean up the planet and how to think outside the box. It's all about money. So we have to fucking make a difference, you know. And so we just have to use our talents and our passions and get ourselves out there and think about the future and not the present, as well as the present, or should I say more than the present. You got to think about the present. You got to still live in the moment, but you got to make sure you do think of the future, because the future is extremely important. There's precious lives in the balance, folks. Your future children, your future whatever. So anyway, this is looking good. This looks really nice, this coronavirus piece. Anyway, now that looks brilliant. I think now we can call this prolongated demo finished.